How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad you came back. I just want to again preface that this is an open environment and this is a place where you can feel safe. Um, Talking about stuff you want to talk to or not talking about anything at all.
Mhm.
Today, I was interested if you wanted to complete a diagnostic tool together just to go over, some things that you may be experiencing or some things related to certain changes. Would that be okay for you?
Yes, that'll be okay.
So in the past month, were you bothered by, repeated memories or disturbing unwanted memories of a stressful event? You mentioned you have some issues with your mother. I just wanted to see if there's any memories or, experiences that have come up in the last month or so.
It's a lot of memories. I've been in and out of different foster homes.
Mhm.
I've been abused by foster parents.
Mhm.
I have to go through so much because my mom just doesn't seem to get it together. So it's like it's been trauma after trauma, I think.
I'm sorry that you're going through that, but again, it's good that you're talking about it and it's good that you're looking to open up about it at all because the first step in any recovery or first step in anything is just taking that first step. So I like to, just reaffirm that to you. Do you have like dreams of stressful events or like anything that you've been through repeatedly in the past month?
Yes, sometimes I just wake up and I wake up from like the worst nightmare of just everything that I've been through. Like I just see everything flashbacks. It feels like it's happening all over again.
And you say it only that happens sometimes, you said
It happens a lot.
it
It
happens.
happens more than not.
So in the past month, do you get the feeling as if this event or in the past it's happening all over again? You know, the
Yeah.
feeling, yes. Would you say that happens quite a bit?
Yes.
Yeah. As we go through, different parts of our lives and different areas, we sometimes see things that remind us of our trauma. So in the past month, have you gotten very upset when something reminded you of the trauma?
Yes. It
Yeah,
triggered.
triggered. Okay. Um, when you have these triggers of something that reminds you of your trauma, do you have more of a, is it more of a mental trigger or does you get more of a physical reaction from it?
It depends on what it is. Like sometimes it's small, so I get like a mental trigger. And then sometimes if it's big to me at that moment, it can give me a physical trigger where I like just spaz out. That's why sometimes I fight, and that's why I smoke marijuana so I can like forget about those things.
So those are stress relievers for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good that you have a stress reliever. Um, so you talked about, having these dreams. I'm going through your trauma. We talked about, feeling upset when something reminds you of your trauma. But do you ever avoid, memories or thoughts and feelings related to the stressful event where you try to kind of detach from it altogether?
Yes.
Yes. Would you say that happens a lot, or would you say that happens not as much?
Happens a lot.
Happens a lot. Um, So, again, we've talked about, avoiding memories, thoughts, and feelings of the stressful event, but do you ever like stay away from places, physical things, external places, that
Mhm.
remind you of the trauma?
Yeah, that's why I run away from my foster parents a lot.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that in the last meeting we had.
Hmm.
Um, do you have trouble remembering certain parts of the experience? Or is it in your mind like very clearly? Some people have different reactions to trauma, so you can be as honest as you can. I know I've worked with a variety of people, and each of them have their own different reactions to it.
I
So
remember it.
what
I remember it.
do you remember? So you don't have any trouble remembering it.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, do you have we've talked about, a variety of different things related to your trauma, but do you have negativity pointed towards yourself, or other people? I know you mentioned you don't have a great relationship with your mom, and I know you mentioned some, traumatic moments with your other foster families. But do you have these negative beliefs about yourself or other people in the world?
Not about myself,
Okay.
but definitely about other people. I don't trust anyone.
You don't trust anyone. Do you have
Yeah.
you mentioned you have some friends at school though, correct?
Yeah, I trust my friends because they always have my back.
That's good though. It's good that you have some source of comfort, and all despite this, whirlwind going on around you, it's good that you have someone that you can trust and rely on. That's a
Hmm.
positive. Um, do you ever, do you ever blame yourself or someone else for the stressful event? Or is it just kind of one big, it happened, it's just very stressful. Maybe do you blame other people yourself?
I blame my mom.
You blame your mom. So you blame your mom for the stressful event that happened.
Hmm.
I understand. Um, do you have um we've talked about having negative feelings towards yourself, but do you have negative feelings such as fear, anger, guilt, or shame? This doesn't have to be pointed at yourself. This can just be, you know, um something that you go through every day, like guilt, having a sense of guilt, having a sense of anger, just in general. So is that something you experience on a daily
Um,
basis?
Sometimes I feel guilty for what I do, but I'm always just so angry at the same time that I can't control it, you
And
know?
do you have, sometimes we go through traumatic events. Yours has been a long stretch, but ever since, the traumatic event happened with your mom, do you feel like you have lost interest in the things that you used to enjoy? I know you talked about you rebelling and you're hanging out with people and you're doing and you have a relief from, your recreational activities that you do, but do you have a loss of interest in anything that you used to enjoy?
I would say yes. Like the things I used to like doing with my mom, I don't do them anymore. Like we used to go to the movies and now I don't want to go to the movies ever again. Or we used to go like to the fair and I don't want to go to the fair ever again.
I understand. So the fair is somewhat of a is another example of an external reminder of the stressful. Is like, yeah,
Mhm.
it's good that it's good that you're talking about this. Again, I want to commend you for your openness about everything. So that's another thing that I want you to recognize as well is, hard as it may be to think about it and hard maybe to talk about it, just, being open with anyone or talking through anything is the first step, even if you don't want to go any further than that. It's something that's good. Do you feel distant or cut off from other people,
Yeah, for my family.
from your family? Um, do you have trouble experiencing positive feelings?
Yes. Because I don't trust people. So it's like as soon as I feel like you're trying to be nice to me, even though that makes other people feel good, it makes me feel like, what are you up to?
I understand. So you have a sense of like suspicion with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you exhibit irritable behaviors, angry outbursts, or do you ever act like aggressively? And this has been in the past month, but you can also focus on the last month. But if you wanted to give an example from before that, you're also well and welcome to as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I fight a lot. I
Mhm.
um I fight a lot all the time. If someone says something disrespectful to me, then I'm not gonna hold on. I'm not gonna hold out.
I understand. Um, do you find yourself taking a lot of risks in the past month that could cause you harm?
I don't think it's risky, but my caseworker tells me it's risky, I guess. So
Do you have any examples that you can share with me, or do you not feel comfortable doing that?
I guess she just thinks that me hanging out with a lot of boys and I have a boyfriend, and she says because I'm 12 that it's risky for me to be in the street and that I'm not in my foster home and that anything can happen to me. So, I mean, I guess she's right, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to be in a foster home. I could have been with my mom instead.
I understand. Sorry, I lost the sheet. I apologize.
Okay.
Do you find yourself being super alert or on guard at all times? Although even hypervigilance is another word for it. You find yourself being hyper vigilant, just on, watching the room or judging the room more carefully than it is.
Yes. Especially when I have to like sleep outside when we don't find a place to sleep. Like you learn how to always be hyper vigilant.
I understand. Do you ever have experience, feeling extra jumpy or easily startled?
Yes.
Do you have difficulty concentrating?
Yeah. Ever since I started smoking.
So there is a correlation between that.
Hmm.
Do you have trouble falling or staying asleep? I know you mentioned earlier that sometimes you wake up, um, but do you ever have trouble staying asleep or falling asleep? I should say.
I do. That's why I smoke too, because it helps me sleep.
Do you ever experience, do you ever have like, this is a side question, but with the smoking, do you ever, you said you're experiencing some concentration issues. Do you sometimes sleep too much with smoking?
Only if I smoke a lot.
Okay. I want to thank you so much for meeting with me. I really appreciate your time and your patience. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you want, at any time in between that, if you ever need to contact me for any help or guidance, just reach out to me. And I'm more than happy to be there for you when needed.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.